Shalom, giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakodash, the honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations down to the hopefully elect. This is the book of Sirach 5, verse 5. It says, concerning propetition, be not without fear, and add sin unto sin. Okay, so it's important to not be in these days that we are in, living willy-nilly, considering the fact how close we are, especially being out in the world and indulging and constantly adding sin upon sin, as the scripture says. Whether it may be you know how Jake is. This is going to be a land backing to the brother, the elder, GMS Inspiration, because that was an edifying video he dropped. But adding sin unto sin, especially being in this truth, considering how close we are to the end, it's very important that Jake lock in and be on our P's and Q's and serve Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai to, go all out. It's the fourth quarter. Speaking for myself first and foremost, because it's very easy to slip up and it's very easy to slip up and fall to the flesh. Jake catching hell. All right. So the Lord's mercy is still here, but it's quickly closing. The doors of mercy are quickly closing, considering the things that's going on with Esau closing a lot of these benefits that he has out here. Taking all these benefits Jake been using for years, and it's affecting a lot of Israelites, a lot of Jake, because a lot of Jake is on food stamps. All right. It's a lot here. And with that, we are quickly approaching the times of Jacob's trouble, which a lot of these 2/3 are going to suffer greatly. They've been so lenient. They've been so dependent on the government for all these years. The Lord put the spirit on Esau to take that away, and that's going to cause a lot of upwars and invading and robbing, And brothers have been talking about this for years also. So we already had the heads up about this stuff. And the time to get our mind right to prepare. Okay? So I'm going to read this back again. Concerning propetition, be not without fear, and add sin unto sin. Okay? So you're not supposed to be out here without the fear of the Lord and just adding on sin, thinking you're not going to get touched. Because, brothers, we know the Lord will quickly show you that, You are very, very much touchable. Okay? And he will humble you. And say not his mercy is great. He will be pacified for the multitude of my sins. For mercy and wrath come from him. So the Lord is in charge of the mercy and the wrath. Which a good precept of that is Deuteronomy 32 and 39. Also Isaiah, I believe it's 45 and 7. I form the light, I create darkness. I will not heal, neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. So the Lord he has the power. He's in charge. He gives you the mercy and he gives the wrath. So the Lord has individual hells that he put on brothers for that refining process. So for mercy and wrath come from him, and his indignation resteth upon sinners. His righteous anger resteth upon sinners, because the Lord hates sinners, as it says in the book of 2 Esdras. The Lord hates sin and the sinners. I believe it was 2 Esdras. Verse 7, make no tarry to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day. Okay. Putting off day to day, that takes away from the spirit, and your fire will start to burn out. Your fire, your flame that you got in spirit will start to die down, which is not a good thing. Okay? I want to be on fire for Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Because ultimately, that wisdom, knowledge, understanding, we already know that's going to be the stability. You know? All these people are... Salaki, I got a cold, but... you know... When all these people going to be out here killing and eating each other and doing the most heinous crimes, the prophets of the Lord is going to be stable. Why? Because we're going to have that spirit on us. And ultimately, we was given that spirit to know these things in the before. No, brothers been speaking that this stuff was going to happen before. All right, the Lord gave this grace period of time to get right, get your mind right. All right, get your mind right, and ultimately preparing us for these times that's gonna come. You know, as I heard brothers say, this is like training. Training was always boring, and you see boxers train. It's not the most exciting thing, but that training, that's what gets you ready. All right, and the Lord is training us, man. But soon he gonna throw our ass in that water. He gonna throw us in that water, man. All right, and you either gonna sink or swim, and we know the 2/3 are gonna sink. So, for suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance. Okay. Guys that fallen off, guys that, lost the oil, guys that went back into the world, guys that never took heed to the truth, they're going to get caught up in this. Let me see this. It was Sirach, correction. Sirach 12:6. For the Most High hated sinners and will repay vengeance unto the ungodly, and keepeth them against the mighty day of their punishment. Okay? Which that ultimate judgment is going to be the lake of fire. But even before that, we were coming into a time where Jake is going to be in a scarcity, man. It ain't going to be no more internet. It ain't going to be no more food in abundance. We're coming in times where it's going to be like the Hunger Games out here, man. And who's going to be protected? The men of the Lord. All right. Yeah, that's it on this. But with that, I'm close out, giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Shem Yahushua by Shem Kakodash. The barners to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom.